All right, all right, all right. We're almost there. I totally fucked up though. I totally fucked up. Oh well, I'll fix it. I should have enough material to fix it. All right. I can't fucking believe I did that. But whatever. Whatever. Ah, shit. Guys, I fucked up. I totally, completely fucked up. I wrapped one of the boxes the wrong direction. Hey, Jackson, what's happening? So I just realized I uh, I thought I had one deck lid box left to finish. I got one that I got to scrape and redo. Um, I totally fucked up and wrapped it the wrong direction. So my pattern, instead of going this direction on that box, goes this direction. So I got to redo that whole freaking box. But whatever, it is what it is. I have, I think, just enough material left to redo it. I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but I absolutely fucked the dog on that one. So now I just gotta do what I gotta do and start the last one here and hope that it goes the right way. I know this one's gonna go the right direction, but just, hope it goes nice and easy and smooth, because it's been a bitch so far. But I cannot believe I wrapped that one the wrong freaking direction. I guess, simple, easy mistake, right? I don't know. I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but I fucked it up, so I gotta fix it. But not a big deal. I'll just redo it. Uh-oh. 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 Not good, not good, not good. Okay. Yeah, so what happened was, when I measured it out, I measured the box the wrong direction and totally just fucked myself. So I'm gonna have to start that one completely over. But not a huge issue. Not a huge issue. It's an issue, but not a huge issue. So we'll make her work. We'll get her done. Whoop. I'm so close, it's like I'm getting frustrated with it because I want it done already. Shit. All right. So this one, I don't know if I should just do that little edge. I guess I'll just do that little edge as the seam and just say fuck it. All right. I got no choice now. This one's on there. All right. I had a couple of issues with a couple of the other pieces. The glue started popping back off. I had to get some adhesive, some spray adhesive, and spray it. Should have done that first, this cut. Then I could do this cut. Okay. Wrong direction. So what happened was I had the box. I don't know how. Hey, Rod, welcome in. I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but I turned that other box the wrong way. So now, and this glue doesn't stick right here all of a sudden. Some of this glue on this stuff is trash. So, like I was saying, I had the one box turned the wrong direction and wrapped it the wrong freaking way. So I got to go back and redo it. I have just enough material to do it. Otherwise, I'd be totally screwed. And I'd have to do that one box and like something different. But I'll make it work. I will make it work. Oops. That cut wasn't quite what I wanted it. That's all right. That's all right. That'll work. So now, this little bit of adhesive right here doesn't stick. So what I'll have to do is come back to that one and hit it with freaking, it's a spray adhesive. So let me see if, I don't think either one of these are going to work. Well, they know wrong direction. So I have to use this one. Damn it. Well, this sucks. This totally sucks the way this is all working out. I'm not a happy camper right now. So none of the pattern on this stuff lined up. Like none of it. The I don't know what the deal is with the factory cuts, but they didn't quite line up very well. But it is, we'll make it work. I mean, I'm not out there for a fashion show. I'm out there to fish. So functionality is all I really care about. So let me wrap this. All right. Now that that's wrapped, I can slice it. All right. Cut the excess off over here. And I still got a piece that I can possibly use if need be. So, cut that down that way. Hit that right there. This is not going to look as good as I was hoping, guys. Just because I kind of screwed up a little bit here and there. But like I said, it's not a fashion show, it's a fishing boat. So as long as it floats and catches fish, I'll be happy. And I wonder if I should wrap that corner. No, because it'll pucker right there. So I'll have to do it like that. And then cut that right there. There we go. Cut that right there. That'll look good. That'll work. All right. There she is. That's that one. So, looks like I got a couple little spots that don't want to stick. See if we can get those to cooperate here. All right, because I don't want to have to try to use the extra adhesive on it. So, all right. Oh, it's this end anyway. This end won't matter because it's the hinge end. So the hinges will hang whatever need to stay there on there. So I thought I was done, but now I got to take that other one and rewrap it because, like I said, I wrapped it the wrong direction. So that's going to suck. And these just don't line up just great. So, but it is what it is. I'm at this point, I just want to be able to get on the goddamn boat and go fishing. So that's all I care about right now. I mean, this will be better than nothing. I'm not looking forward to peeling that stuff off the old one or the other one because it'll peel off. I'm kind of questioning whether I peel it off if I just put it on the boat the wrong direction. It'll look funnier than shit though. Look absolutely fucking hilarious if I do it that way. So I'm gonna have to peel it and redo it, which sucks dick. That's gonna suck. Absolutely gonna suck. But whatever, it is what it is. All right. So this one's done. Oh, fuck. Did I do this one? No. No, because this one goes this way in the boat. So that'll match up to the... Oh, really? That sucks. So you got to go 2.5? That sucks. Well, I guess those are meant for like bigger trucks with a bigger, towing bigger shit, probably. So all right, so here's the issue, guys. These deck lids, I don't know what the hell I did with the first one, but I wrapped it from the wrong direction. Rewrapped the first one. I thought I was done. I thought this was the last one I had to do. But the first one I did on this set is backwards. So I'm kind of screwed. I'm kind of at the point where I don't want to do it right now. And I almost don't want to do it at all. Let me lay this out here on the grass real quick and I'll show you. Holy shit, that's a lot of money, dude, for an extender. All right, let me show you what it's supposed to look like how they all line up with this this main deck lid. And then I'll show you where I fucked up. Where I fucked up is I lost my lighter. Where did I put my fucking lighter? I just had it. I haven't moved from right here. Oh, I dropped it. That's where it went. All right, so let me lay this out so you guys can see what I'm talking about here. How I fucked up. How I fucked the dog. It's been a fucking weird day, you guys. I went deer hunting this morning. I got out there, got to my fucking tree stand, and realized by the time when I got to my tree stand, I realized I forgot my fucking saddle. So I couldn't even get up in the tree. So I went to another spot, my plan B spot, and I was hanging out there for a while, and I actually had a deer come in, and I went to shoot him, and I pulled a fucking Randy Johnson, guys. Like, I don't know how the fuck it happened. It was like 1 in 100 trillion shot. But this fucking deer came in, and right as I released my arrow, a fucking blue sweeps in, and I hit the fucking blue jay. Oh yeah, that's gonna look like shit. So this is kind of what it's supposed to look like. The whole deck, back deck. Okay, there we go. That one is completely backwards, and it's fucking obvious. Super obvious. So let me grab, we'll switch it out. We'll go over here. I'll show you guys how fucking obvious this is. So, that's how it's supposed to sit, right? But then look at this one over here. It's fucking backwards. I did the fucking wrap on it backwards. So, I gotta rewrap that one. Otherwise, it's gonna look like total shit. So you got basically a tackle box, basically. The big long one is I'd call it the trunk. My batteries and all that shit are under there. Barely hear me. My mic's on. Did everybody else hear me, or is it just Northern? So we got, as the the boxes go. This square one right here is where I keep all my oil and all that shit. You know, my oil, my mixing cup, you know, funnel. And then the two blue ones are my live wells. And then this one is my fucking tackle storage for the back that I totally screwed up. It's got to turn 90 degrees. I may get lucky. No, I'm not going to do that. I was thinking I may get lucky and turn it and just move the hinge. But let me see if it's the same this way. No. No. Let me see. Let's see. I might get lucky here and just be able to swap the hinge over. That'll be a pain in the ass though. So this one is, we've got, we're gonna call it 19.5 by 20. So it's a little difference, a half-inch difference. So I have to take this one and re-scrape it and redo it. Oh, shit. No way they did. How? No way, how? What happened? Oh, I gotta know this. I gotta know, how'd they lose it? Holy shit. I laid one of the panels the wrong way. One of the skins on the panels I laid the wrong way. But oh my god, Mr. SoCal just told me that the resort lost their entertainment license. That is badass because they have so many open complaints they lost their license. Oh, thank God. So there's a resort right down the street from us. It's a hot springs resort. And they cater to all the TikTokers and Instagrammers and, you know, the frickin' hipsters, basically, you know, the freaking LA socialites. Well, they have had nothing but terrible music playing at all hours of the night because they hire these bands that are just garbage. Look at the mess I've made from this shit, you guys. So they hire these absolute garbage bands to play, and they just blow out the neighborhood. Like it's in a residential neighborhood. So apparently they have so many complaints they lost their freaking license. Yeah, Cityots, exactly. Fucking uptight, anal fucking Cityots is who they cater to. And you know, I'm glad they lost it because that means fucking we don't got to deal with their shit anymore. I'm so sick of the fucking bands that they had and the shit music they play all the time. Oh, that is fucking awesome. That is so awesome. That means that resort might die. That resort might die out, which I would be fine with, because then our sleepy little town could go back to a sleepy little town and not this fucking destination for all these freaking selfie-loving fucking morons using their backpacks and shit. Oh, that is so fucking cool. So you're feeling back to halfway normal then, or what? Since you're gonna go live? Oh, I gotta scrape all this off and it's gonna suck. I'm hoping the freaking glue. Oh, I glued this back down with the fucking spray adhesive on this corner, huh? Yep. Nope, not that corner. Oh my God, you guys. I can't believe I did what I did. I am so glad I freaking have just enough material to finish this. I have 2 sheets left and it's going to take 2 sheets. Shit, I didn't know. Yeah, you know what? Steel City, I didn't know you didn't have it. There you go, bud. All right. Yeah, stupid ass bird. Oh well. So let's see. Sorry guys, I missed chat. I was concentrating on this and thinking about the fact that the resort fucking lost their fucking yuppie license. They can't get it back until they fix all the open complaints. So who pulled it and what do they got to do to fix the complaints? No, you're good, Steel City. I'll leave it. I'll leave it. You've always been here and been solid and never been a fucking asshole or any of that. And I've never seen you be a jerk in anybody else's channel, so keep it. It's probably the last one I'm gonna hand out time though. So guys, I found something out. I was looking through the membership thing earlier, yesterday or today, whenever, yesterday, and I figured out something, and it kind of got to me. Apple is adding money to memberships, and this doesn't go just for my channel. This goes for any YouTube channel. Dude, that's why we're here, is to say inappropriate shit. Fuck politically correct. So, turns out, if you buy a membership for somebody's YouTube channel, whether it's mine, whether it's Rod's, whether it's Steel City, Josie, whoever, do not, for any reason, do it on your Apple phone. What I found out is Apple is tacking on extra charges for anything that you use with the Apple iPhone software. So I couldn't figure out why memberships were so expensive on my channel until I went and freaking did some research and figured out that the prices I set are there. Apple fucking charge. They add on like an extra few bucks. So make sure if you're going to do something like that on not only my channel, but anybody else's channel, or even if you're using Apple Pay for something, double check what the actual charges are, because Apple's tacking on extra money that they don't fucking earn. So just a little PSA right there, guys. The fruit phone motherfuckers are screwing you over financially. All right. Oh, this is peeling off a little better than I thought, but I'm gonna have to get some of this old glue and shit to come off here now, which is gonna suck. I'm gonna have to scrape this thing all back down and redo it. All because I screwed up and put it on the wrong direction. Ah, damn fruit phones. Fucking, I was mad. I was like, why the hell are they charging, extra money? Because Mrs. SoCal was like, oh, I bought my Mrs. SoCal Club membership. And she's like, it was freaking $8. And I'm like, no, it's not supposed to be $8. It's supposed to be like 4 or 5. And it charged her $8. Come to find out, it was because Apple own extra fees to your shit, which I think in a lot of cases could hurt actual, YouTube content creators, because people aren't going to pay the extra. People can't do that. A lot of people can't pay the extra money, even if it is a couple of bucks. So, which makes me wonder, like, how much are they charging when you go to the grocery store and use your Apple Pay? I can't believe if I'm going to scrape this whole thing back off. This sucks. All because I went the wrong direction. But it is what it is. Live and learn, right? So, guys, I shot a bird. I pulled a fucking Randy Johnson on a bird. I don't know how. I don't know why. But I pulled a fucking Randy Johnson on a bird. I straight fucking annihilated that thing. And it broke my arrow. Because my arrow went tumbling and fucking landed in a goddamn rock pile. And I only found part of the bird. But I did see a nice shooter buck today. So that was a good thing. That was a good thing. And had that bird, part of it was my fault because I got greedy and I took a shot that I normally wouldn't take. I normally won't shoot past 40 yards on a deer, and it was a blue jay. I normally won't shoot past 40 yards, and I shot at 48, which, whatever. I would have hit him. I would have very easily smacked that deer. But it was like the full-on Randy Johnson moment. Oh my God, this shit does not want to go off. I can't believe I'm having to tear this off to redo it. And like this one sat in the sun for a few days and melted, and oh, it's like on there. It's actually hurting my fingers to peel it off here. Anybody want to come peel off the fucking EVA foam for me? Oh yeah, once it sits in the sun for a minute and actually like bakes in and we walk on it, and yeah. It's going to be incredible. I mean, I'm glad to know that it doesn't come off easy. That's a little bit of mind right there, but at the same point, like, I wish this would come off easy right now. Oh, Jesus. I might have to go get like adhesive remover to remove the freaking adhesives that's staying there. Holy crap. Okay, my hands need a break. Oh man, that's not freaking fun. Yeah, I might try the heat gun. I might have to. It's right over here. I'm worried it'll make it stick worse. Well, let's try it and see what happens. I got it right here. With my luck, it's going to make it even stickier. Or it'll just melt and then I'll have to sand it all off. Well, even if I cut it in strips, it's... You know. Well, if you did it on purpose to a seagull munchie, that's a different thing than like... I'm gonna see if the heat gun will do it. You know, I wasn't trying to shoot a bird. I was trying to shoot a deer. Would you stop it, you idiot? You're barking at yourself. This dog is so dumb. Yeah, no, look at that. The heat gun's just melting the foam, not the glue. Let me try from underneath. Holy crap. Nope, just melting the foam. It's not touching the glue, but it's melting the foam, and the foam's peeling away. Oh, this sucks. I should, like Rod said, go grab some pliers. I just don't know where the fuck all my pliers went. I really need to get down and go through his stuff. Oh, there we go. Nice big old chunk. All right. I need to get down and go through all that stuff and find my tools. Why can't my dash mount for my camera stick this good? I'm gonna have to get some adhesive remover to get this off. Like all the leftover shit. Man, I don't want to have to do this. I don't have a choice though. I mean, I could have left it and it would have looked like shit, but God, well, I'm gonna have to grind it again, I think. But I want to grind more metal off of here. That be the problem. What? You just want me to pet you? You don't want me to throw the thing? Okay. Shit, and this one's already got the hinge on it, so I got to take the hinge all the way back off. All right. Dang it. I was all happy. I was like, yeah, the hinges are on. I'm almost done. Nope. So I think we're starting to rut here. I only saw the one little buck today. I didn't see any doe. And I ran Mike, and he said he hasn't been seeing a lot this year either. That guy usually tags out every year, but he's old school. He's like 70 something. He's that dude that still goes out wearing the freaking Levi's and flannel. And he hunts the same freaking rock pile every freaking year. Dude said he's been hunting the same fucking spot for like 35, 40 years. And when I mean the same spot, like the exact same spot. I mean, like, I know there's guys that put their tree stand in the same tree every year, but old man Mike, he's a rifle hunter. He sits on a rock pile, and he hunts that rock pile. And every single year he fills all his tags. But he's a rifle hunter too. So, he's got a lot more shot distance and opportunity than I do with a bow. Like I said, with a bow, I really don't want to take a shot more than 40 yards. I watched a guy today on a stream while I was eating lunch. Shot a deer with a longbow and missed. Well, he hit it, but he was like 6 inches back, so he might have just injured that deer and not killed it. And he said it was only like 18 yards. So, I'm shooting a 70-pound compound, and I'm not going to shoot a shot more than 40 yards. Well, I did today, but look what it got me. Got me nothing. Now, if I wouldn't hit the damn bird, I would have hit the deer. So rut should start kicking off here full swing like any day. I know that last year on Thanksgiving Day, those bucks were freaking chasing like crazy. So, I figure right around Thanksgiving this year, they should be doing the same thing. Unless something changes, This is the end I freaking used the goddamn spray adhesive on that was peeling up. Some of this sticks really well, and some of it didn't stick. All right. Now, let's see if I can get this shit off of here. I can't really sand it because it'll just gum up my sander. I may have to go get freaking stripper. Maybe it'll come off. We'll see. I don't want to have to drive down and get paint stripper though. That's a 2-hour freaking. Actually, it's like a 3.5-hour ordeal to go down there to the store and back. Oh, this stuff is like nasty though. The Gorilla Glue spray adhesive is freaking sticky. I figured it was kind of dry, and well, maybe it hasn't been long enough. But oh well, it is what it is. I got a bunch of it off this end already, though. I'm tempted to just freaking stick the shit over the top of this, but I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it'll stick. Stick it in my shirt. All right, let me see what happens if I grind it. Here we go. It just smears it. Nope. It's just gonna melt it and smear it. Just gonna melt and smear. All I did was smeared that. I didn't grind anything off. And it's already starting to gum up my grinder. So why is it? This shit never goes the way I want it to when I need it to. You know what? Let me try something here. I have an idea. Yeah, I gotta rub some strippers on there. See if I put a decent little edge on that, if it might get under it a little bit. I'm gonna have to go buy a fucking stripper. Damn it. I don't have enough dollar bills for strippers. I think the only thing I got's rubbing alcohol, and I don't think that'll take this off. Oh well. Guess I'm not fishing tomorrow. Kind of screwed this plan up, huh? I almost feel like I should have just left it. I don't have any paint thinner. And there's nowhere to get paint thinner unless I go down into town, and Oh, man. Oh, well. Looks like I'm going to town to get paint thinner. Not tonight. Definitely not tonight. I have gas. I wonder if gas would melt this off. Should I try gas, you guys? What do you think? See, it's hard to tell when the rut's going to start here because, like, it's weird here. I've seen them rut all the way into, like, February here. But then again, they do say there's, like, a second rut. So let me go get a little bit of gas and see if that'll strip it. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. All right. We'll try a little bit of this and see if it works. Either works or fuck up my table more. All right. Let's see what that does. Let it marinate for a minute there. Not really. Oh man, I'm in for a long freaking night, I think. Man, it's kind of getting it. Not that good though. I mean, this is 2-stroke too, so it's got oil in it. I just need some adhesive remover. Pure and simple. This shit's better than Gorilla Glue, right? I used gas and it didn't do much. I mean, I used 2-stroke, but still, you'd think it would melt it down a little bit. I almost wonder if that'll help, maybe. Huh. Swear to God, I'm an idiot sometimes. I don't know how Mrs. SoCal puts up with my stupidity. Seems like maybe the heat might do it. Heat gun might work again. Or it might be worth a try again. Let's see. I think it's just going to smear. Let me try this little spot right here. I haven't tried to scrape this with anything yet. My God, that's going to take a long time. It's going to take forever this way. Nah, gas fumes don't get me high. I've been riding and racing for 45, 48 years, so I'm used to it. I built up a freaking tolerance. Well, shit. Shit. Yeah, that didn't do nothing. Look at that. It's like hot and sticky now. I got lighter fluid. I could try lighter fluid. Let me try the lighter fluid, see if that does anything. I doubt it, though. I just need to go get some actual paint thinner or paint or like adhesive remover. All right, we'll let that marinate on there for a little bit. Well, shit, guys, I was hoping to actually like finish this thing today. But it looks like, well, the lighter fluid's kind of working a little bit. It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to finish this today, though. I was really hoping I could hoping to be putting everything back on the boat right now. But I don't think that's going to work. I don't think that's going to happen. Not today, it ain't. So far, the lighter fluid's working the best, but it's not really working that great. I mean, I could probably just, since the shit is so sticky, like lay the new shit over the top and just spray it with freaking more adhesive. I got freaking spray adhesive. Oh man, I screwed myself here. I went the wrong direction. I should have just left it, huh? I should have just left it on there. Oh well. New project. Freaking scrape the glue. That corner's got the worst of it. Let's see what that does. Hopefully, hopefully I can get most of this off there. I mean, the lighter fluid's doing better than anything else so far. I mean, the lighter fluid's kind of working. Oh my god, man, that's so funny that resort lost their fucking license. They're in the middle of a huge expansion right now, too. I don't think people would have minded if they would have hired like good bands, but they're hiring like all these shitty bands that can't even get hired in other bars. So, and it's so fucking loud. Like it, you know, Friday, Saturday nights here, it's like I can't even sit in my backyard and do a YouTube live because it's so loud I'll get copyrighted. And the resort's like 2 blocks away, so. Oh, shit. I need glue remover. Oh, dude. Yeah, you and me both. Overfill it and it freaking spills everywhere, and then the next thing you know, you freaking light your Zippo and it lights like your cable and shit. I've done that. The 5 1/8's great. Oh, this is gonna suck doing this whole thing like this. It'd be better if it was like super glue that dried like hard, but this stuff doesn't dry hard, so. I'm kind of screwed here. Oh well. Maybe I'll just wait till tomorrow and go down to the store and get some freaking adhesive remover. I can't believe I did that though too. This is all my fault because I freaking put the shit on the wrong way. If I would have put it on the right way, I'd be fine. But I put the stuff on the wrong direction. I should have just left it, huh? I was worried about it looking like shit. And, I mean, it did look funny, but it is what it is now. Although I think the lighter fluid, like sitting on there, is actually doing something for it. What we'll do is we'll do this little section that I sanded and it's discolored and see what happens if I just let it marinate for a minute. Because if that comes off, we're good. If not, then it's definitely a trip to down to the store. And I'm really not in the mood to drive 2 hours tonight. 2.5. That's taking it off right there. Well, a little bit. Some of it off right there. I wonder. No, I think I'll just wipe off. Shit. Well, guys, I guess I'm fucked. I guess I fucked the poodle on this one, huh? Oh well. My own fault for getting in a rush and not paying attention. What I did was I wrapped it thinking that for some stupid reason the hole for the latch went forward. The latches go to the side on these two boxes. Yeah, Josie, I was done. That last one that I wrapped a little bit ago, that would have been the last happen that I could have put everything back on the boat. Now I'm at the point where I've got to scrape all this glue and rewrap this one. So I just set myself back a day, which I didn't have. I wanted to go fishing. I really wanted to go fishing tomorrow. That's all right. I'll just go out in the deer woods in the morning and go fishing Monday or something. What a mess. What a mess I made. Oh well. Oh well. I'll get her done. I'm seriously considering um, just washing all the gas and all the stuff off of this thing, and because it's all greasy now. I'm kind of considering washing all the gas off and just putting the shit down over the top with the other glue already here and see if it'll stick. Because there's a chance it might. And if it doesn't, if it starts peeling up again, I can just spray adhesive the shit out of it. Which could probably work. It's all greasy now, though. Nothing's going to stick to that. It's greasy as shit. I can't pressure wash it off either. That won't do it. My God, that glue back stuff is sticky. What are you talking to me or Josie, Steel City? If you're talking to me, I use just the glue back that's on this Eva foam, and it's stuck way better than I thought. Yeah, all right. I'm over it for tonight. Ain't gonna do what I want it to do, so. I'm gonna have to figure out some other solution here that doesn't include fucking 4 hours worth of driving. I don't know what to do. Sand the living snot out of it, I guess. Or I could soak it. Let's see. I don't have a big enough bucket to soak it in. Let's say it's soak it in gas overnight, but I don't have a big enough bucket to soak it in gas. The sander just melts it and smears it. I already tried that. Just melted it and smeared it all over and clogged up my sandpaper. What about like a drop of Dawn? A little bit of Dawn dish soap? I don't think that would do it. I'm just gonna have to go get some actual adhesive remover and let it marinate and wipe it all down. I don't have any alcohol or anything here. I mean, I got Captain Morgan, but I'm not going to waste the Captain Morgan on that. And the store's literally an hour and a half away. So either way, it's 3 hours minimum, 4 with, the time I spend in the store looking for stuff. So, yeah, either or, paint thinner or a stripper, like an adhesive remover. I'll run down to the hardware store tomorrow and see what they got. I used to use this gel stuff that worked really well for paint. I'm wondering if that would do this. I don't know. I'll have to research what takes off old glue. But then again, like as sticky and tacky as it is, do I just like go for it and try to do it with this stuff on it? I don't think that'd be the way to go, though. I don't think that would look right. I don't think it'd stick right. I want to go fishing, damn it. That's my that yeah. I can't buy actual lacquer thinner here though. I'm in California. I cannot buy actual true lacquer thinner. The closest they have is like denatured, which may work, but I mean, if worst case scenario, Arizona's only like 40 minutes past the fucking Home Depot, so I can go to Arizona if I have to. I'm out of map gas. I ran out of map gas on the when I was trying to scrape the old glue off the original glue off this. I ran out of map gas. That's why I went to the sander. Yeah, I can start quick. Once the sun goes down here, it gets dark quick. Yeah, we can't buy Jackson. I can't buy oil-based paint. I can't buy actual lacquer thinner. I can't buy turpentine. Um, let's see, what else can't we get here? We can't buy the real kills. Acetone, yeah, some stores carry it, some don't. We're in Shitfornia, so everything's fucking banned here. So get this: the grocery stores here have now gone strictly paper bags. Right? You can't get plastic bags at the grocery store anymore. So they still charge you 10 cents for the paper bag. Um, no, she doesn't. Um, the paper bags, I did some research on them, are 43% more environmentally fucked up than plastic, which I thought was hilarious. They're getting rid of the plastic bags for the paper bags because they want to be environmentally friendly, but it takes 43% more water and it takes a shitload of trees to make all those paper bags. That's another reason I want to get out of this place. Is just so fucking stupid on their laws. Absolutely stupid. Yosemite. If you want to go to Yosemite National Park in California, and you want to say you want to go out there and do like a 3 to 5 day backpacking trip, okay? You're in bear country. The campgrounds make you use bear lockers for all your food. You cannot carry a gun in Yosemite, and you cannot carry bear spray in Yosemite. However, they want you to put your food in bear lockers in a campground, but when you're out on a 3-day packing trip, where's your food? It's on your fucking back in your backpack. And you're not allowed to carry anything to defend yourself against a bear. How stupid is that? How fucking stupid is that? If I were to be attacked by a mountain lion in the deer woods, I can't shoot that mountain lion until that mountain lion makes contact with me. So basically, the mountain lion's got to fucking throw the first punch before I can legally defend myself from a mountain lion out here. It's a fucking stupid, stupid, stupid state. Stupid state. It's so ass backwards. It's so fucking stupid. I should run for governor and be like, everything that's ever been done in this state is undone. All the state laws are fucking null and void. Let's start with the Second Amendment. We're a Second Amendment sanctuary. Any and all guns are legal here. They want to do a thing out here where they want to put a tracker in your car and charge you 3 cents for every mile that you drive. So if I were to go from, say, I drove from California to Maine, they'd want me to pay 3 cents a mile for that entire road trip there and back. How fucking stupid is that? Right, what happened to the Wild West? We need it back. We need good old fucking Wyatt Earp to come in here and clean house and say Sacramento and start over. But here's the funny thing, guys. If you look at a map of California, right? Look at the California map. If you go from LA, start at the ocean in the bottom corner of LA, go inland to the Central Valley, and then you go north up to San Francisco, and then back out to the ocean. If you were to go in there with a Sawzall and cut that section of California out and let it float away and be fucking like the newest Hawaiian island, California would be the most redneck fucking state there is. We just passed that stupid, I hate getting political on my channel, but we just passed that stupid fucking Prop 50 thing here, which is, basically gerrymandering, redistricting. There was 9 congressional representatives from California that were Republicans. What they did is they just redrew all the fucking congressional maps out here so that there's now 2. 40% of California voted Republican in the last election, and they had 17% representation. Now they have like none. Another reason that I cannot wait to get the fuck out of here. It's like every time I go to Arizona, I don't want to come home. It's funny, you cross the state line here and it's like people are happy. Right when you leave, right when you go east, people are happy. And then you come back and like you go to the gas station, you got one gas station, like the Colorado River is the border down in this part of California, right? So you go to the gas station on this side of the border, and the people are like pissed off, like, hey, what the fuck, why are you bothering me? I'm at work. You drive across the bridge over the river and go to the gas station on that end of the bridge, and they're like, oh, hey, how are you? Great to see you. Can I help you find anything? How's your day? And you're like, whoa, what the hell happened here? Yeah, Arizona's cool. Parts of Arizona are cool. The I would say like the western end of Arizona, like the California-Arizona border, all the way up the river, and then once you get up about halfway up the state, and you swing east, that whole northwest to like north central section is pretty badass. Williams and Flagstaff and all that up there, abso-freaking-lutely beautiful. Like all the area up around like the Grand Canyon. But then you get down like into the desert southwest and the east, like I would say like pretty much in Arizona, like the top quarter section of the state, and then like a 20-mile strip up along the river. So when you draw like an L, that little strip right there is pretty cool. The rest is fucking nothing but fucking hot. And you guys, if you ever like, oh, I want to go to Tombstone and see fucking Tombstone, just watch the movie. It's better. Where were you, Jackson, when you lived over there? I've been to all of those states except Florida. When I was like 17, we went and visited a bunch of family on the East Coast, and we did the whole freaking Eastern Seaboard, which is cool. Which is cool. Philly was cool. I enjoyed Philly for the history of it because I love the history shit. And like Philadelphia was cool, the history shit in Philadelphia. We didn't really get to see much more of that, or much more of Pennsylvania than that. Jersey was fucking ghetto fabulous. New York was like, I wasn't impressed with New York City, but I can't wait to see what happens in New York City anymore. Hey, Texas, welcome in. Phoenix and Glendale. Okay, so you lived right in the middle of the shit. Like Phoenix is like, you think of Arizona, Phoenix is the first place to think of. I think of Arizona, the first thing I think is like Williams or Bullhead. I've never been to Canada. Canada wouldn't let me in. We tried, but they wouldn't let us in. Mexico, I've been all over Baja. I've never been to like mainland Mexico, like Mexico City, all that shit. But I'll tell you what, the Pacific coast of Baja is fucking beautiful. The eastern coast of Baja, up like the Sea of Cortez, is probably one of the most beautiful spots I've ever seen. I really want to go hit up some shit in Europe, but Europe's getting so fucked up now that like it's not even safe to be there. I'm from Baja. Baja was beautiful. Baja is absolutely beautiful. There's so much shit down there that you wouldn't actually think is down there. Like Tijuana is becoming a little freaking, a little like worldwide hub for culinary institutes. Yeah, the European thing right now, I don't know, man. Europe's about to freaking blow up. I don't want to be over there when that happens. They're about to explode over there. I don't want to be there when that shit happens. Hell, I don't want to like be taking a bus while I'm on vacation and somebody pulls the fucking ripcord on their vest and the bus explodes, Yeah, Europe's just fucking falling apart right now. Which sucks because there's so much history over there. I'd love to go check out because I love history. But I'd love to go check out a bunch of shit over there. It's you're safer being there during fucking World War II when they were carpet bombing the fucking place. But for now, I'll just stay here and complain about not being able to go anywhere because it's all fucked up everywhere. Like Ireland's another place I wanted to go to, but I'll tell you what, man, Ireland's a fucking powder keg right now too. Now Poland, you got a good point on Poland. Poland, they don't fucking put up with it, man. I remember a couple years ago I was watching TV and I forget what fucking news channel it was, but they're talking to the freaking president of Poland, and he's like, "Yeah, if you try to break into our country illegally, we kill you." I was like, "Hey, I kind of like that policy. Fucking shoot you right back over the wall." But I'd love to fucking travel. I'd love to travel. I used to want to travel the world and surf. And now that I'm older, I'm like, yeah, it ain't gonna happen. I can't do that. So now I want to travel the world and fish. I just want to like hang out with Jeremy Wade for a few months. You know, go where he goes. I want to go see some little pygmy tribes that are talking about like Oomly Boobly got his fucking leg bit off in the lake by some fucking fish, and I want to go try to catch that fish. Turn a light on. I'm actually about to call it. I've been here for like an hour and a half. I need to go eat. The funky lights. All right, I'll turn the funky lights on for a minute. I'm gonna go grab a drink though, real quick too, guys. Here, let me do this. Let me switch the camera. I think I switched it, and I'll turn on the stoner lights. Where's the remote? Which way is which? There's the on button. All right. There we go. See, with the red in there, it like trips out and does this weird little like pause all the time like that. I don't like that. Kind of bugs me. There may or may not be one of these in the first members only giveaway. Let's see. There's the freaking canopy. It looks way better when it's like super dark. Because like my whole yard's doing this. Like, let me pan around. Like the whole freaking yard. Well, right there you can't see it because it's right for some reason. But like my whole yard. Even like way out in the back of the yard. All right, I'm gonna go. I gotta go make a cup of coffee, guys. Give me a couple seconds. I'll be right. Well, I got the mic. It's been a long fucking day. I've been up for. I woke up at like 2:40 this morning, and I was out in the deer woods butt ass early in the morning. And then I ended up coming home. Got home at like a little after noon, but missed that one shot. The only shot I'll get this year, but I'm good with it. I know how it is out here. I don't think I'm gonna hunt California next year, you guys. I really don't. I really think that next year, the money I spend in gas and I gotta have a special little fucking permit to hunt the area that I hunt, like a stupid fucking adventure pass thing to be able to like park my truck up there. Between all the added bullshit fees, I almost think it would be cheaper for me to go take over Josie's hunting spot and shoot deer up there. Or like Michigan. I'd love to go to Michigan and hunt. I know the DNR out there is all fucked up, but I'd love to be able to hunt Michigan. You can get 12 tags out there. And I'd be all about going out there and sticking 12 deer. That would be just a fun freaking week. And I think if I do, for some stupid reason, end up being stuck here next year hunting, I'm going to do my tags a little different than I normally do. I normally get an archery only and what's called the A22, which is like the doe tag. I can shoot a buck or a doe. But that one's a split season. Like, I can't even hunt that tag. If I were to see a doe right now, I can't shoot it. But the other tag I want is the same thing. It's called a G13. It's basically the either sex. I can shoot a buck or a doe with a rifle. And basically with the rifle tag, it opens me up an extra, 800 yards that I can shoot, because right now I'm limited to like, I'm not going to shoot a deer past 45. 45 is going to, like, I shot at that one today. He was 48. And I know for a fact I would have freaking dropped him in his tracks at 48 with my bow and my broadheads, because my broadheads cut like a 2 and almost 3-inch hole. But with a rifle, hell, with my 300 Win Mag, I could shoot deer from fucking 1,000 yards, no problem. So it opens up a long range. Problem is, out here it closes off a bunch of area that I can hunt. The reason I hunt my bow is because anywhere you can hunt with a rifle, you can hunt with a bow. Plus extra areas. Up on the mountain that I hunt, Mount Laguna, and I have no qualms about telling people I hunt on Mount Laguna. That's half of the fucking county hunts up there, so everybody knows every spot. Like today, walking through, I saw like 7 different tree stands within like a mile period. So it's not like it's a little known secret up there. But one section of it where I can hunt with a rifle, and the entire rest of the mountain I can hunt with a bow. So that's kind of one of the reasons I haven't got the rifle tag, is because it limits me. It pushes me out into some areas that aren't really huntly. I could go out here in my backyard with a rifle and hunt back here, but that's all spot and stock. You're shooting from 600-700 yards, unless you want to try to creep up on that deer. But it's all long distance shit, and I'm not a long distance hunter. I prefer to be up and close and personal. And like I said, I want to get that deer from 45 yards or less. Which, if we had a lot of deer, wouldn't be a big deal. But we don't have the numbers of deer like other states. You got a Michigan, they got freaking, they're shooting 100,000 deer out there during deer season. We're shooting 12, maybe. I talked to a game warden last time I was out there and asked him how many deer he's heard of. And that was just through archery season. Rifle hadn't started yet when I talked to him. And he said he'd heard of 1 deer for archery season. 1. So that tells you how deer hunting in California, well, Southern California, really is. It's brutal. It's absolutely brutal. You can go up to the Northern California, like Tahoe, and up there by like Yosemite and all that, and there's way bigger populations of deer. But what they do is they limit the amount of tags they issue up there. So one area that I always put in that area every year, because if you don't get your first pick, you get a point on your license, and then you'll usually get your second pick. So what I do is, because my A22, my either sex tag, the last few years has sold out, they make it a draw tag. So it's like, if you get it, you lose a point on your license. This year I got lucky, it was over the counter. But normally what I'll do is I'll put in for a tag up in a zone. It's the X9A zone up there in Northern California. And they only issue like 45 tags for that whole zone. And you need like 15, 18 points to get it. And I'm nowhere close to that. So I'll never get that tag. No matter how long I put in for it, I'll never get that tag. But I'll get my point. I do the same thing with elk as well. Actually, the elk, I just buy it. Because you can spend like $6 and just buy a point and not actually get a tag. You need like 15 points to even be considered for an elk hunt out here. So it's almost not worth even buying my tags or my points anymore, because by the time I actually, hey, left hand, what's happening? By the time I actually get my elk points out here, I'll be out of here, and I'll be in a state where I can hunt elk without without having to have points. So wait, deer cost you $1,500 where? Oh, here, fucking pretty much like the way it goes, yeah. So my hunting license is, I forgot how much it is. It's expensive. My fishing license next year here will be almost $100 for my fishing license. My hunting license is right about the same. Um, my deer tags are $64 for my first tag and $54 for my second tag. So, you know, and then my license. And then if I want to hunt birds, then I got to buy that stamp, which is even more expensive. It's fucking ridiculous here. What they're trying to do is price people out of it. Because, they don't want you hunting. Because then if you hunt, you have freedom. And you can feed yourself. And you don't got to rely on the freaking, you know, grocery stores, which get a kickback to the government in the form of taxes. But this whole thing about wanting to put a fucking tracker in your car and charge you for every mile you drive, like they have two options that they're looking at, and they actually have a pilot program going on right now with idiots that volunteered to do it. Um, the whole thing started because of electric vehicles. Um, all of our roadways and travel infrastructure out here is paid for by the tax on the gasoline, which is like outrageous. It's an outrageous amount. Um, but because of all the electric cars, because they're saying like, dude, stop it, stop that shit, fucking dog. Um, because they're talking about like, oh, no gas cars in California after 2035, right? Which thank God got struck down by the freaking feds. Every electric cars. Well, they're not paying the gas tax anymore. So the state's losing all that money on that freaking tax that they're charging. So what they try to do, they want to offset it by charging you 3 cents anywhere. They haven't decided yet, between 3 and 6 cents for every single mile you drive. The two pilot programs they're running right now is a fucking GPS tracker in your car that tracks everywhere you drive, which hell no, absolutely not. Never happening. And then the other option is they want to do it by your odometer. So every time you go to pay your sticker for your car every year, the Department of Motor Vehicles, they're going to do the math on how many miles you drove and tax you at 6 cents a mile on top of your registration. So right now, my Jeep every year is $597 to register. Now imagine I do freaking 12,000 miles at 6 cents a mile. Now I got to pay that on top of my registration fee every January or every June. They want to do that on my motorcycle. They want to do that on my Jeep, on my Blazer, on my truck. I'm surprised they don't want to do it in the boat. That would be fucking outrageous. That means if I were to drive from here to Maine, California, 6 cents a mile for every mile I drove on that road trip. It makes it to the point where road trips aren't even worth it. It'd be too expensive. A lot of families won't be able to freaking do that. Hell, a lot of people wouldn't be able to afford to go to work. A 1-bedroom apartment out here is going to cost you, if you want a shithole, ghetto ass, probably going to get broken into every other night and live in fucking gangland, you can get one for about $1,700. But it's going to come with like its own population of cockroaches, bugs, thugs, gangsters, fucking drug addicts in a shithole neighborhood. If you want a nice apartment out here where you don't got to worry about that, you're going to be paying about 25 to 28 for a 1-bedroom. The place Mrs. SoCal was living, right before her and I actually moved in together, it was a 1-bedroom apartment in kind of a shitty part of town. I mean, when I say shitty, it was ghetto, but it wasn't like straight up freaking slums. You know what I mean? Like you can leave your car parked in your parking spot at the apartments, and there's about a 95% chance it wouldn't get broken into. But that was fucking $1,700 a month, and that was 10 years ago. Those places now, I looked them up the other day, looking around. They're $2,200 for a one bedroom, and it's not a great neighborhood. If you want to live by the beach, fucking forget about it. You need like 13 roommates. And then if you guys, I don't know if you guys are baseball fans or not, but if you ever watch the Padres home games and you see the big old high rises right out the back, like, you see the Western Metal building out in left field, and then there's another big ass high rise that you see in the outfield, like right outside the park or the ball field. Those are condos, and those go for about $5 million each, and it goes up about $500,000 per floor that you go up in elevation. And they're not nice. They're not that nice. They got a little ass patio off each condo. It's like maybe like 3x6. It's just a little bit bigger than your patio door. And then you got to take the elevator up or the stairs or whatever. Parking's a fuck show down there. It's just ridiculous. But soon enough, we're looking at Tennessee very hard. Tennessee's like top of our list right now. Problem with Tennessee is so many people from here are going there that Tennessee may be off the list by the time we actually make the move, because I don't want to live around a bunch of fucking Californians. But I've been babbling about bullshit and everybody's bailing out. So, new subject. What do you guys want to talk about? I've been babbling about how much I hate this state. I need to go babble about some food is what I need to do. Actually, what I need to do is get out and do some fucking fishing. I really wanted to do a bunch of live streams from the tree stand this year, but I don't get service out there, so that's going to have to wait until Starlink comes into play. But once Starlink comes into play, that'll be a game changer. We'll be able to do some really cool shit. Thursday, or was it yesterday? No, day before. There are some spots the day before yesterday that I really wanted to sit and fish, but we couldn't get service. And I'll tell you what, man, they're freaking gorgeous places. So once the Starlink comes on, it's going to be a game changer. We're going to go so many spots. I'm going to go broke. I'm going to go fucking bankrupt buying gas to go all these spots I want to go to. Plus, we'll be able to get up to the deer woods, and well, it'll probably be after deer season that we get the Starlink out. It'll probably be after the first of the year, but we'll once the Starlink's up, man, it's game on. Game on. I actually need to take my dad out fishing. I haven't taken Pops out fishing in a while. I was kind of hoping to get all these deck lids put back on the boat and be able to go out tomorrow. But there's no way in hell I'm taking Dad out on the boat with a deck lid missing, because there's a 100% guarantee that he will find that one missing deck lid and fall in that hole. And don't want to have that happen. I don't want to be responsible for that. But what I need to do, what I should do, is check the stop up at Lake Cuyamaca and see when they put the trout in there, and then possibly go just get some trout, because they put some big trout in there. So that could be a good possibility tomorrow too. I have to shit, I gotta reline my rods. My one rod's almost out of line. Like my favorite rod is like almost out of line. I got braid to throw on there. I got 30-pound braid to throw back on there. I just need to actually strip the old braid off and then do it. But I don't have any small um, like leader line for trout, so I'd have to go buy like 4 or 6 pound line. Just to do leaders with, you know. And shit, there's nowhere I have to go to. Gosh, dang it. That's the one thing about living in the middle of nowhere. It's like, it's peaceful and quiet, except for the freaking neighbor's dog that barks all the time. And the resort that just lost their freaking entertainment license. But everything's like, for me to go get freaking line, I either got to drive an hour and a half each direction or order it and have it delivered. And even Amazon only delivers here 1 day a week. So if I were to order, you know, you guys can order Amazon and have like fucking. My next day delivery is like next Thursday. If I were to make an Amazon order right now, I wouldn't get it till next Thursday. So maybe tomorrow I'll go down and go get some stripper for the glue, and then I'll grab some line. I'll take Pops out fishing like, shit, Saturday's gonna be a zoo up there. Might have to go Monday. So I can deliver things to her work like once in a while. Um, but it's pretty much like shit that can't wait. You know what I mean? Um, the only reason she's able to have stuff delivered to work is because, you know, her her position. Um, so it's you know, kind of sketchy because they her place is gated where she works, full on freaking, like, you're not getting in there. If you don't have the proper ID, you are not getting in. And a lot of times, like even the Amazon guy, somebody has to come out of the building and meet them at the gate. So it's kind of a pain in the ass, but you know, once in a while we'll have something delivered there if it's like really important that we need it like now, you know. Um, but even like a PO box near her work doesn't work out well because of the fact that her work schedule, by the time she gets there, the post office is closed. So she'd have to leave, you know, way early to even get down to the post office. But I'm at the point now where I'm like, fuck it, I'm used to it, you know? Like I know that I'm not gonna get, if I order something on Amazon, I know I'm not gonna get it for at least a week. So I've, you know, pretty much come to the conclusion that like that's what it is and I'm used to it. But now that we're only the thing that sucks is like without her mom and my dad here, um we were going grocery shopping like every week. And a lot of them are but the problem is like the packages that don't fit in the freaking box. You got to go desk. Like my post office here is fucking ridiculous, man. Actually the chick that worked there quit because of the fucking ridiculousness of the post office. My post office, um, the actual, like, you know, if you need to post office things, is only open from 9 to 1 Monday through Friday, and then from 10 to noon on Saturday. The actual lobby with the boxes, like the PO boxes, closes every day at 5 o'clock. They have a freaking um, electromagnetic locks that So you can't get in there after 5 o'clock to even get your mail. And then Sunday, don't even try it. You can't even go in to get your mail on a Sunday. Um, but the girl that worked there actually quit because she kept saying, "Look, we need more hours. People are like scrambling to get their mail because these people, a lot of the people that live out here work in town, and if they get off work at 3 o'clock, they're still not going to be at the post office by the time they close." So she got them to open up, leave the box lobby thing open till 7, 3 days a week, and still the actual post office itself, going to buy stamps or you got to mail a freaking package or whatever, was only open from freaking 9 to 1, and then 10 to noon on Saturday. So people that work fucking Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, you can't mail anything out. You got to go to like UPS or whatever after work or on the way to work or whatever. You couldn't do it during normal working hours. So she quit. She was like, "No, fuck this, quit." I quit. So now they got a new lady in there that doesn't know her head from her ass. I got that package from Crappy Man. The bitch tried to card me for it. Oh, you're still having issues with the ACR and all that? That sucks. I got a secondary battery for my boat. I got it on the charger. Um, my starting battery is full. I put it on the charger for like 3 days. It's full, full, full. And then I got the other one um, on the charger, and it shows it's full. So I need to take it off and see what happens when it sits for a day. See if it stays full or see if it loses charge. But that battery's the sticker date on it is January of 25. So I should have like basically another month and a half of warranty on it before I can turn it in. So if it doesn't hold a charge, um, I'm gonna freaking turn it in and get it replaced. But I'm kind of thinking now that all the wiring issues I have may be the reason that battery was drawn down all the time. Because if it's drawing down with everything plugged in, then and there was a short in there somewhere sucking power out, then obviously that battery's not going to hold its charge. So I'm hoping that with it disconnected, it holds charge. And if that's the case, what I'm going to do temporarily is I'll just basically tie the fish finder to the one battery, to the house battery, and then just keep that on the tender while I got the boat parked until I do the wiring. So this flooring project took way more time and effort than I thought it was going to take. And I've still got the cabin area from the boat to do. I've only done the bow, and I thought I had the stern done tonight, but then I realized I fucked the dog and turned that one box the wrong direction. And that was totally my fault and my stupidity because I took it off, and the box has been on the same spot in the boat forever. I knew that it lifted up sideways instead of towards the stern. It lifts So my two live wells, which are in the middle on the stern, and my two end boxes, right? My live wells open towards the stern, right? So when you flip them up, they're flipping back towards the motor. The other two boxes flip in, so they're flipping. You open them from the outside edge, and they basically flip in over the tops of the live wells. So I don't know what I was thinking, but I did the live well covers first, and I was like, oh, the holes go facing the bow for the holes that hold the latches and the handles face the bow, and I completely forgot, and I don't know why, I don't know how, it was just a stupid moment, that the utility boxes face outside of the boat. You know, they face to the freaking, one faces port, one faces starboard. So, oh, dude, no, there's no way I'm gonna do it the wrong way twice in a row. No, I don't have the material to do it twice in a row, and I can't find this material again. Um, I can't find this specific. Uh, I mean, I can find the EVA foam all over the place, but this specific pattern and this size, I can't find it. So, oh, I've done that so many times, plumbing shit. Put shit together backwards, you get it all soldered up, you're like, fuck. You cut it off, put it back on, you solder it up, you're like, oh, fuck. Did the same thing. Now I need a coupling because I cut so much off, I got to extend the pipe. So, hey, show flies, welcome in. Yeah, we just got the chill freaking backyard vibes, lights going on. I was thinking about lighting up the bonfire tonight, but I got so much shit in the house I got to do. So much shit. Like, we, normally, like, her days off are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. She's been working Mondays lately, covering for somebody, so she's working 5 days a week. So, and then yesterday was groceries. We're only going grocery shopping like every other week now, which is what I started to say earlier when I got sidetracked about the old people being here. We went a week, spending $500 every fucking week. We went yesterday to Costco. Did 90% of our shopping yesterday at Costco. Got a couple little things at Walmart, like those waters that I drink, and then a couple little things, like just small little shit at Walmart. But we're not gonna have to go back to the store for like 2 or 3 weeks. So because of that, it's a pain in the ass now to go down to town to get shit. Because normally what we were doing was, we'd figure like, okay, we're going grocery shopping on Wednesday. Well, we're gonna go hit a Home Depot because we need this. We're gonna go hit freaking Lowe's, or we're gonna, wherever else we needed to go. We'd just do it all, spend the whole freaking day doing it, running errands. Um, but now that we're only going like once, twice a month, um, it's a pain in the ass to make that extra drive down there to go get like, one little thing. But I'm gonna have to go to make the drive to get. Actually, maybe not. Now that I feel this, the greasiness is gone. Maybe I'll just try to. I'll get out here tomorrow with the freaking lighter fluid and try to strip the rest of this shit off and see what I can do with that. If not, there is a little hardware store down by my home lake, which is only like 30 minutes away. It's a fucking backwoods, small town, teeny tiny little hardware store. They might have a couple of things, but not everything. So I'll call them if this doesn't work out and see if I can go there. But what was I saying before? I don't know. I keep fucking going off on rants. I'm so tired, you guys. I woke up at 2 o'clock this morning. 2 o'clock so I could be in the fucking deer woods by. I wanted to be in my tree, in the tree, settled, ready to shoot before sunrise. And I got all the way out there. I knew exactly which tree I wanted to go to today, which normally don't know what tree I want to hunt from. It's like a spur of the moment decision. I had it in my head exactly where I was going to go, exactly what tree, everything. I get to the deer woods, I strip down, because I'm like super anal about my freaking camo. I wash all my camo and like, scent killer laundry soap, and I throw it in a scent proof bag, like straight from the dryer. I don't even take it out of the dryer. I put the scent proof bag in the dryer and put my shit in the bag from the dryer. When I drive out to the deer woods, I'll just wear, flip flops and t-shirt and a pair of shorts, and I'll strip down butt ass naked in the little parking area, and I'll change everything. Like my underwear gets one scent killer laundry soap, so I'll strip down butt ass naked and change into my camo out there. And then I got there this morning. I get all changed. I go to grab my freaking hunting saddle and my climbing sticks and all that out of the back of the truck, and they weren't there. And I'm like, fuck. Where'd they go? Did they fall out on the freeway? And I was thinking, nope. I fucking left them sitting in the garage. That's how fucking brain dead I am today. Oh, Chauffleurs, you're in Paris? That's not far. That's not far at all, dude. Shit, Paris is like fucking hour. Well, you can make it an hour 45 depending on traffic, but that ain't far. I didn't know you were in Paris. Okay, I thought you were a little farther north than that. I was actually thinking about dragging the boat up to Paris, and then Paris turned into that fucking lake turned into a ghetto. It's like, from what I understand, that lake is like fucking gangland now. But I haven't fished Paris in fucking years. Good bass lake from what I remember. 37. Fuck that. Yeah, I know the fishing up there was pretty good, but from what I understand, it turned into like fucking gangland. But then again, I'm just like hearsay shit. I haven't physically been there in probably 15 years. And then Elsinore, how's it? You ever fish Elsinore? I have never fished Elsinore. I know Elsinore used to be, from what I heard, nice, but I've never fished it. It's 37 degrees there. Fuck that. Winds gusting at 26. Somebody do certain days. Okay. So I remember a bunch of things on the news about like a whole bunch of shootings and shit right there. Like I think that was like that was on a holiday or some shit. Will somebody type in the weather? 91948. Elsinore's green as hell. Okay. That's kind of what I thought. My home lake's a fucking slime pit right now. I don't even know if I want to put my boat in it. I went and shore fished it the other day, and because I wanted to look at the boat ramp and see how it was, if it was even usable, and then check my cell service out there because I switched from AT&T to Verizon, and I wanted to make sure I got some service with Verizon there, but which I don't. I no longer get fucking cell coverage on the home lake. But dude, no, I'll never. No, Diamond Valley can eat my freaking balls. Every time I've been to Diamond, I've never caught a fish out of Diamond Valley. I've been skunked there every time I went. You just update the weather command. You use the new version using weatherapi.com and Google to go. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, have you fished Diamond Valley Showflies? They won't even let my boat on that lake. They're like racist against my boat up there. Hemet Lake. Now, from what I heard, Lake Hemet's like really expensive though. No, you haven't fished Diamond Valley? So Diamond Valley, the one decent thing about DVL is that if you need a rental boat, because you do need a boat to fish that lake. It's big. Well, for Southern California, it's big. For rod standards, it's like a pond. Diamond Valley's 4 miles long, 2 miles wide. I need to get up and fish Skinner too. I haven't been there in forever. But every time I've been to Diamond Valley, I've been skunked. But every time I've been up there, the weather's been like perfect until the day before. Um, I went up there in February and it was perfect up there. And then all of a sudden we got remember those gnarly freaking Santa Ana winds we got in February? They were like out of the blue that we normally wouldn't have got in Southern California. It got so bad at Diamond Valley, it ripped the freaking boat docks off of the launch. So I went up there like it was a day after they reopened the lake, and I didn't get shit. It was still blowing freaking 30. And then the last time I went up there was in April with Mrs. SoCal. We stopped into DVL on the way to Havasu, and the weather turned to shit. We got there the day before, and it was beautiful. Weather was perfect. The day we get out on the water, it was freaking shit. Blowing freaking 25, 30, stormy, freaking, it was shit. So I think the weather has to do with why I've been skunked up there every time. But the one thing about Diamond Valley is that they did, when they built that lake, it was specifically built as a fishery. And they put a lot of thought and a lot of effort into making it a fishery. And they did a really good job. But their pricing is outrageous. Take the 62 out to have it. No, when we go out from, so that when we left there, we went up we left Diamond Valley, went north out of Hemet up to the 10. Caught the 10 out to 95 and then up to Havasu that way. We actually go out the back way through like Blythe. Go through Glamis and all that. And it takes like, we just did that drive the other day. When did we do that? We did that drive Tuesday. And it took 2.5 hours to get to Quartzsite. And then Havasu is another hour up the road from there. So Havasu's badass. I'd love to be able to tow the boat out to Havasu every other weekend and go fish that, but so Diamond Valley does a thing with their rental boats. They have what they call, they have just like the regular ass cheap piece of shit rentals, which are just like 12-foot flat bottom John boat. And hey, Ruben Flores is here. Welcome in. You're looking at some just trippy ass lights in my backyard. So the shitty little rental boats are like $120 a day. And then they got what they call the premium bass boat, which is basically, they used to be a really nice Lund, fish finder, all that shit. But they've just zero maintenance, zero care. The fish finders don't work. The motors, half the time on the boat, doesn't work. The trolling motor last time we went out, like, didn't work. But it's a bass boat. It's a nice bass boat, and or it used to be a nice bass boat. When they were new, they were beautiful boats, but they didn't take care of them, so they're all busted down and beat to shit. But on Wednesdays, Diamond Valley boat rentals are half price. So the what they call a premium bass boat, which is that Lund with a little shitty Lowrance and a little shitty trolling motor, they're $120, which that's not that bad really, compared to you come down here to like El Cap or San Vicente, and oh yeah, the rental boats get just beat to shit. People don't care, it's not theirs, so what the hell, who cares? But if you come down here to like San Vicente, which is all of a bass lake, a boat there's $120, and it's just a little 4-foot, aluminum John boat with a freaking 8 horsepower motor on the back. I mean, you can fish the lake with it, but you know, you got nothing. You get a freaking milk jug that they poured some concrete into and tied a rope to for your anchor, and then a little hand tiller motor, and that's it. That's it. And it's $120. So, I mean, Diamond Valley, from what I understand of that, um, and you guys, if everybody, nobody that's heard of Diamond Valley, everybody outside of California has probably never heard of Diamond Valley. But if you go check out, there's a documentary they did on when they built Diamond Valley. Really cool freaking documentary on how they built this lake and the science and the biology and all that went into. Hey, right on, Ruben. Thanks for jumping in, man. Appreciate it. Um, just the way they built that lake, it's actually fascinating what went into building that lake. There was a hospital up there in Hemet that was torn down, and it was being torn down as the lake was being built. So what they took all of that debris from the hospital and used to create structure in Diamond Valley, which I thought was a really cool idea. Really cool idea. $14 with gusts of 26. Yeah. Are you looking for a spot to go fish tomorrow or something? Rod, do me a favor. Since you're good with Nightbot, do the weather for the zip code of 91948. I want to see what it's going to be at the Trout Lake tomorrow. Because I might go fish some trout tomorrow. $55 feels like 54. Gusts of 12. Wind at 6. Ah, it's fucking too much wind at that place. Okay. Shit, sunset's at 4:50. Damn, that means I can only shoot deer until legal shoot will be over at 5:20. Damn it, it's getting dark early. Yeah, they took a lot of stuff to build. Yeah, yeah. They screwed over a lot of people to build that lake. But the documentary they did on it was pretty cool. I thought it was pretty interesting to watch how they did it and how quick it filled. And then they took the fish, so all the bass, they took 200 and it's either 257 or 277 um bass, largemouth bass out of Henshaw to stock Diamond Valley. And Diamond Valley is now a premier bass fishery. They say there's smallmouth in there. They put striper in there. They put channel cat. Apparently, they have blue cat in there, and nobody knows how the fuck the blue cat got in there. FT on Rod's version of Nightbot does the forecast. So if you type like .fc and then your zip code, it'll give you the forecast of what it's supposed to be, what they expect. Weather gives you like the daily, like, you know, and then the forecast gives you, yeah, exactly, the 24-hour. But yeah, there's shellflies. Do you ever fished anywhere down here, down San Diego way? You ever fished any of the lakes down here? I want to go up and fish Dixon, up in Escondido. But Dixon is like, Dixon's tiny. It's a little pond. Dude, I keep telling, it was you, somebody else, I forget who else, um, Orp and Junior. I keep saying we should all get together and do a freaking like YouTubers freaking fishing day somewhere. Um, I think it'd be badass to come down here. It was Yoshi. You're right. It was Yoshi. Um, I kind of think we should do it down here at like San Vicente. Like Junior wants to do it at Santa Ana, but I'm not paying fucking, what is it, $45 or whatever to get in. And you can only catch 5 fish, and it's catch and keep. You can't catch and release. Like that to me, like no. You know, what if you go up there and 5 fish, like in 5 casts? Corona Lakes, I've never even done any research on it. Yeah, try the Canadian code. Let's see what works. So show flies, check out San Vicente. Do a little looking at San Vicente. Also, Lake Jennings out here, it's small, but it holds fucking big bass. There's people catching, 10 plus out of that all the time. It holds really big bass. San Vicente holds a lot of bass. I think their record's only like 15, whereas my home lake is 19. But there's some lakes down here that are, hold a lot of good bass. El Capitan right now, one of our other big bass lakes, they're redoing the dam, so that thing's down like deadpan status. Last I heard, anything over like a 17-foot boat, you're not going to be able to get in there. A lot of guys are killing it on the kayaks and the shore fishing. So Paris is kind of okay. Hey, would you guys knock it off? Hey, leave it. Leave it now. I find it bad that I have to ask you twice. Yeah, it'd be cool if you could get out and freaking get in the boat, because unfortunately, boat days are numbered out there with the weather coming in. Average size out of Paris is 14-inch. What's that in weight though? I never go by length. I always go by weight. Yeah, if you do flathead again though, Rod, you got to take like, the freaking air mattress in the back of the truck, and the barbecue, and you got to make it comfortable. A couple pounds, okay. That's sleeping in the truck shit, man. That had to be brutal. I had a buddy that built a little, like off the back seat of his truck, he extended out like a little bench that he built so that he could he still had storage behind the seat, but that bench opened up, like he'd slide the driver and the passenger seat all the way forward and fold that bench out, and it was like a little freaking perfect little bunk. It worked out perfect. It was, a little more room than just sleeping on the back seat. So yeah, show flies down here. El Cap, San Vicente, my home lake, Jennings, Miramar, Dixon, all of the lakes in San Diego, you have a chance of catching a 10-pound bass every cast. Every cast. It just, depends on your skills and abilities. and what you're throwing. But now I found a place the other day too that's, dude, with the fucking claws, asshole. Fuck. Dog just clawed the shit out of me. Look up Senator Wash Reservoir. That's actually not far from you as well either. It's right out to 10. That place was badass. We're definitely going back up there. If you look at the Imperial Dam long-term visitors area, they're shut down right now. Yeah, Senator Wash Reservoir, California. There you go. It might not show it in the Castle Dome. Okay, yeah, Castle Dome Landing. 58 sunny. That ain't bad. That ain't bad at all. Yeah, that place is pretty cool. That's where we were at Tuesday. We're definitely going back out there. Hell, Mrs. SoCal caught bass on a frickin' Jimmy Dean sausage. I caught a catfish on a shrimp while I was, and then I was throwing I threw nothing but crappie man stuff out in that lake, and I got nothing. But anybody else I saw out there throwing anything, they got nothing too that day. So, but that one would be a cool one too for all the SoCal boys to meet up, because hell, you can fish that lake 24/7, and there's a little freaking, you can camp wherever you want. There's people camped right there. I saw one dude had a rod holder off of the awning on his RV, which I thought was pretty cool. Pretty cool. Because you can pull right up to the lake edge and fish or camp or whatever. But me and Mrs. SoCal are definitely going to be going out. It's only a 2-hour drive from the house. Hey, yeah, exactly. That's last place we were there was Senator Wash. And they're in the middle of fucking nowhere is exactly what it is. Yoshi's in LA. Okay, yeah. So you guys are all about, about the same distance from here, time-wise, he's got to come down the 5, you got to come down the 15. Or we could all just say fuck it and go up the 15 and go fish with a rod. Oh, it's permit. Okay. Okay. That's not far. Last time I drove up to Hemet to go to DVL, man, I took the back way up to 79. That was a fucking drive. I took the 15 home, and it took me half the time. Yeah, you're a bit of a trek from us, but you know what? It'd be worth it. I'd want to do it I actually want to come up there to Montana in the dead of winter and in the dead of summer. Because I want to check it out in both times a year. Oh, Orange County? Okay. That ain't that far. Oh, yeah. That's, yeah. Orange County is not very far from here. Just on the other side of Camp Pendleton. Which I'd love to meet somebody that could get me access to Pendleton for deer season. So, it's funny? It's Newport and all that up there. Their beaches are so much nicer than ours down here. Everybody's like, oh, San Diego's got the beach and this and that, and they come here for that. And our beaches suck ass, man. They absolutely suck. And for a while, the only thing that was keeping me in California was the beach. just because I grew up surfing, so I was like, oh, I can't go somewhere I can't surf. And then I decided, like, well, after I tore up my shoulder, I can't surf anymore. I can't paddle out. I just don't have the strength in my shoulder, especially on a bigger day. And then it was like, oh, the tuna fishing. But now it's like, well, shit. I could just fly in for a week and go tuna fish. You know. Hey, there you go, Northern. You know. So I keep talking about, like, I'd love to be able to do a meetup. That Lake Havasu thing really sounds freaking fun to me. Um, get a bunch of people together. I know Arizona Outdoors and his wife are fully down. Um, there's a couple other people that'd be down for it. But meet up in Lake Havasu and, and basically load all our shit up onto the boats. Go find a cove somewhere we can call home for 2-3 days, whatever, and just fish the shit out of that lake. I think that'd be fun. Hell, I'd even throw the generator and the smoker in the boat and bring those into the cove. Smoke up some ribs and shit in the cove. Because the generator, with the smoker and the generator, I can just throw everything on and be like, all right, guys, we got to be back in fucking 4 hours so I can wrap up the ribs. And then we got 2 more hours to fish, and then it's time for food. But I think that'd be fun. Just like have a little cove as home base and then just jump on the boats and go fish everywhere. Because I'll tell you what, every time we've been to Havasu, we've done pretty good. You gotta bring your bed with you. See, I got an air mattress that's like, I don't know, it's like 2.5, 3 feet tall. And it's got the little pump in it. So, like, you set it to wherever you want, and it just keeps that pressure. I think it was like $200 though. But it was pretty badass when I was going to the desert all the time and sleeping in the back of the truck. 36? Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't even take my boat out in 36. Where's Barber? Dude, this one that I got is like fucking, believe it or not, it's been more comfortable than like beds in hotels. Dude, it's only 6:30. It feels like it should be like 12. That's insane. Yeah, but we need to. I'm telling Orp too. We need to get like a plan together and get everybody together and do some fishing out here. Oh, okay. That's okay. Okay. Ackley. Okay. Okay. So that's where you're talking about going to hit the tiger muskies then. What about that pond number 3 or whatever it was you're talking about? I thought they had tiger there. Yeah. Dude, it seems like Montana is just a fucking wind tunnel. Dude, most hotel beds now are fucking like bricks. It's like sleeping on a goddamn brick. Oh yeah, okay, that's a pain in the ass. That's one where you don't want to carry Starlink and all that shit. And you gotta wade through. Yeah. Well, that sucks. And there's no way to get up through there like with the boat, or at least get close. I mean, assuming if you gotta wade through the river, you probably can't get up there on the boat. But didn't you say that's only accessible by hiking? Didn't you say that's like full on bear territory right there too, though? Sun River's too shallow for the boat. Okay. Wow. If it's too shallow for you, that's shallow, shallow. Because you can get in what like less than a foot of water with that jet, right? Black bear den, yeah, yeah, yeah. That probably ain't worth going up there and becoming bear food trying to catch a tiger muskie. I don't think that'd be too fun. And then like in the dead of winter, I'm sure it's probably frozen. So you have to go cut holes in the ice. Oh, okay, yeah. That's yeah. Worth it then. If you got to watch out for sandbars and gravel bars and all that, it ain't worth it. That takes the fun out of it. Actually, it just turns it sketchy. You need a little kayak with a freaking jet motor in it, which they can't. Those things look bitchin'. Those jet motor kayaks, those things look pretty freaking cool. I kind of want one after seeing them. But then again, I'd have to get rid of the boat because Mrs. SoCal ain't gonna let me keep both. She doesn't like the boat anyway. Which I need to talk her into freaking getting on the boat. Fan boat would be cool. Yeah, the airboat things, those go over anything. Yeah, see, but that would suck to like pack everything out, like you know, the Starlink and all that. Having to wade across with all that would suck. It was like one wrong step and you trip and fall and everything's underwater now. And I mean, I know the Starlink's like rainproof and shit, but I don't think they're riverproof. Have you figured out the ice fishing thing yet this year? Are you gonna try it, or are you just gonna kind of say screw it? Because I know you said you got to buy a lot of shit for it. That could get expensive quick. Yeah, dude. Black Friday sales should be coming up, which I don't think they're actually that good of a deal. But where was I went? I went into some store somewhere, and they had like their Black Friday deal, and everything was freaking 30% off, and um, it was the same price like 3 weeks later. They just put the 30% off sign, and people freaking go for it. Oh, nice. Holy shit! Really? $1,200 for waders? My God, man. Oh, but you're looking for like insulated and shit too. So yeah, that's understandable. It's outrageous, but understandable. Damn. I was thinking just like some duck or something, but I guess if the water's frozen, you need something that's not going to let you freeze to death while you're crossing the water. Wow, that sucks. Yeah, worst thing ever would be freaking a leak in your waders and then you're frozen. End up freaking hypothermia and frostbite and all that shit out in the middle of nowhere. Give me it. I'm gonna turn this a little bit so. All right, now I can actually see the chat better. Yeah, the water here is like nice and warm usually. Usually, some of our lakes get cold, but not cold enough. Well, there's one that I know of here in San Diego that if you fall in there in winter, you're gonna freeze to death. But uh-oh, what happened? What happened? Mrs. SoCal's not having a great day at work. It sounds like. Hey, are you home? Are you working a regular shift or a 14? I don't know if she can hear me. I think she might be. Depends on what office she's in right now. A 10. Okay. Oh shit. Okay. All right. Cool. So that means in the next little bit here, I got to get off my ass and go clean the house. Realtree camo waders. Huh. Get it. Get it. Stupid freaking dog. Oh, it's lunchtime. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Sorry I wasn't here to make your lunch for you when you left this morning, but I as you probably noticed, I got out of bed when my alarm went off. Norwegian. Get him. Get it. Dog's a pain in the ass. He won't stop with this damn tennis ball. I think yeah, see, my alarm only went off once today. I actually got up and no, because I did, and then he just comes right back out here 2 minutes later. Get it. Hey, did you stop for gas on your way, or are you stopping for gas on your way home or anything? Did Blister take his lunch yet? That's hilarious. That's fucking hilarious, Northern. He's probably taking 3. Up, it's 6:45. The fucking neighbor kids are howling. You stopped on your way. Shit. Okay. All right. I gotta go to Golden. Can you guys hear that? I don't know what it is, but every night at the same time, these kids go freaking. Um, they go outside and howl like every night. I don't know what the hell it is. But whatever, they're not sitting inside playing video games. So they're outside doing shit. All right, Mrs. SoCal, we got to buy an automatic dog ball launcher because I'm getting sick of this freaking throwing this tennis ball for this dog. Probably next season. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Ice fishing gear here, huh? There you go. You gonna buy the whole freaking hut and all that shit, or are you just gonna? I know you said you had a couple friends that went and ice fish, so are you just gonna kind of go hang out with them and see if it's your deal, or are you gonna go for it and just fucking go for broke and hey, right on, Showplace. He might have a heart attack with one of those automatic launchers, but it'd save my shoulder some stress and pain. Wow. See, that's another thing. Like, you got to drag a freaking auger and all that shit out there on the lake. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Like, go out there and hang out with somebody that's already got all the shit and see if it's even something you're wanting to do before you go waste all the money on it. Because I've definitely done that before. Like, oh, I want to do this, and I go spend all the money on it, and I fucking go do it, and it's like, nope, not my gig. Not my gig at all. Yeah, a couple rods, a couple like ice lures, and yeah. We used to actually fish some ice jigs here at one of the lakes. We'd find the bait balls and drop the ice jigs down just below the bait balls and vertical jig them. And it actually worked pretty well. So how thick does the ice got to be actually safe to freaking go out there and do that shit? Because that's what sketches me out the most is like getting out on the ice and like, it'd be my luck. I picked the wrong fucking spot, a hole in the ice, and then like a 70 by 70 freaking chunk falls in, and I'm on it. 2 to 3, dude, that seems thin to me. 6 inches you go out on. Okay, so 6 inches I can understand because a lot of concrete is 6 inches. So you see, my thing is like my fat ass would fall through the lake. It could be 12 inches and my fat ass would fall through the lake. So 6 to 12, you'll go out. Okay. That's still like you got to drill a foot deep through the water to. But now, see, then you're kind of just stuck in that one spot too, right? So, if the fish aren't biting in your hole, like you're just stuck there. Unless you want to pack all your shit up and yeah, that's true. That's true. Concrete is supported. Water's a little bit more, little less forgiving than some well packed DG or something down under it. But it still just trips me out, man. I think it's because I've seen like all the videos of, like ice road truckers and all that shit where they're driving along and all of a sudden they're a fucking submarine and not a truck. Or like you see these people, like these kids are like ice skating on the lake in fucking, Minnesota. And the next thing you know, they're fucking falling in the lake. If you're up for it, that would be awesome. That would be freaking phenomenal if you're up for it. If not, I can go tomorrow. So tell me more about this. You can do that. You're fucking amazing. That's why I married you. So you guys look at that. That's why I married her. She'll make an extra stop on our way home just for me. Um, Tell me more about the loss of entertainment license for the resort. How'd you find that out? Was that like something you heard through work or like news or what? Because that's kind of like that's gonna kill them. Stupid blister. Dude, that's a perfect name for him too. He's Freud. Oh, really? Their license is pulled months ago, but they're ignoring it. So that could be bad. That could lose. They could lose their liquor licenses and all of that shit. That could be catastrophic for them. That's insane. You got Panda Express. Oh, Panda Express kind of sounds good, except for the fact that it's not. Yeah, right. Shows up when the work's all done. Yeah. Well, or it doesn't do the work and yeah. God, I wish she didn't have to work Monday because I'd say freaking Tuesday. We should go back to that spot we were at the other day. But she has to work. She's working. She's covering a shift like for the next fucking till the end of the year for somebody. And then when her freaking days off change, she'll be on night shift. Right? Am I right or am I wrong? I know. Let's go fishing. Let's go bitching. I want to take the boat to that spot we were at the other day. That launch ramp looks sketchy though. Oh, you're on days? Oh, sweet. I never. So her schedule was changing like every quarter. I can never figure it out. And she was like, "All right, we changed shift change next week." And I was like, "Wait, I just figured out your schedule. Now you're changing again." Like I know right now she's got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off, or now Tuesday and Wednesday. Not going back to nights until May. Okay, all right. I'll have to put a little sticky note on the fridge. That'll remind me. But if we don't have to go to the grocery store this week, we should go fishing Wednesday. Sunday through Tuesday off, starting in January. But you're on day shift. Okay, so well, that means technically we could wake up butt ass early in the morning on Sundays and go somewhere. Or Monday. Wait, no. Yeah, Monday. Hey, Zaro, what's happening? We're just kind of hanging out, shooting the shit. I was gonna finish the boat lids, for the deck boxes tonight, and I realized I fucked up and put the flooring on one going the wrong direction. Oh, that's right. Wednesday will be a 4 hour day. Oh, but you're going to five. No, never mind. You're going to. That's right. Okay. Okay. Cool. Well, yeah, we'll figure it out. It'll take a few weeks after your schedule changes to figure it out, but we'll figure it out. 14s and 14 and 312s. Holy shit. Yeah, these lights are pretty cool. They're super chill in the backyard at night. Like I said, guys, the first members only giveaway, there may or may not be one of these in the prize pack. That's right. Yeah, they paired you with all the newbies. You kind of got screwed on that deal. But you are like the freaking. If you can't fix the broken freaking employees, then they get fired. So. Right? That's what they'd be perfect for that. They'd be perfect for a freaking shroom night. It's actually kind of. I got the bonfire going on out here and these lights going. It's pretty chill back here. I should probably do like maybe tomorrow night. I'll do the bonfire thing too. I'm kind of debating on whether I'm going back to the deer woods in the morning or not. Yeah, if they're gonna try to force you guys to do 18s, then that's fucking inhumane. That would be a 22-hour day for you. An 18-hour shift for you would be a 22-hour day. Well, no, it'd be a 24 by the an on-call schedule. Hell no. Hell no. No way. On-call sucks. I did that for a lot of years. You know that. Fucking ruins your fucking life. No on-call bullshit. If they try to pull that shit, I think we'll just sell the house and move. Get the fuck out of here early. Like 18. So if you were supposed to be at work for 18 hours, it takes you 2 hours to get there. It would take you 2 hours to get home. Plus, it takes, you got to wake up, get ready. You're looking at a 24-hour day. There's no fucking way. I'd be inhumane. Yeah, fuck Cali. Believe me, we can't. We can't wait to get out of here. Yeah, California is not fucking what it used to be. Not what it used to be. It used to be a great place to be. Now, not so much. Like the last 12 years, 15 years, it's gone to shit. Actually, ever since we had fucking Terminator for our governor, the state's gone way downhill. Way downhill. And say, I'm actually about to get worse. They just made it worse Tuesday with the freaking Prop 50 thing. God, I need to get some fucking something to get this shit off of here with. I can't believe I wrapped this thing the wrong way. Oh well, I got enough to redo it. I got just enough to redo it. Then I got to figure out what I'm going to do for the they'd have an on-call room with beds. If they're going to force, yeah. Oh yeah. Hopefully the union's all over it, because that's not safe. 18 hours is not safe. You're gonna have people falling asleep and fucking up, and you know that would be bullshit. People would die. That would cause freaking people to die. Like, you guys just need to. I don't know. I don't know what you guys need to do there. revolt. But hey, you won't be working with the hemorrhoid anymore after January, so that's one good thing. All right, guys, I'm going to give this about 3 more minutes, and then I got to go in and clean the house because I didn't think she was home till 3, and now she's going to be home at like midnight. And there's like dishes piled up on both sides of the sink. Hey, amen. Amen. Right? Unless you live in California, then you can't have an AR, you can't have a Glock, you can't have a 50. You can't have all kinds of shit out here, which is infringement. Which is absolutely infringement. I can't believe California freaking banned all Glocks. You cannot buy a Glock in California as of January, which is like unheard of. Absolutely unheard of. Then again, I can't buy a Flowmaster exhaust for my truck out here anymore. So, you know, which, I mean, I wouldn't put a Flowmaster on my truck anyway, but if I wanted to, I can't. So if you're on it, you're okay. But you can't buy a new one. Now my AR, as it's, is illegal. Because they want you to basically have to take the barrel off of your AR-15 to freaking load it. Yeah, exactly right, Rado. You know, most of those laws, when stuff's passed, everything's grandfathered in. Now with the AR thing out here, I can't have the pistol grip on my AR. I can't have a flash suppressor on my AR. I can't have the telescoping stock on my AR, and I can't have a freaking normal magazine release button on my AR. All of which came on my AR when I bought it. To actually make my AR legal, I have to take all that stuff off, even though that's how it came from the factory. So it's complete bullshit. Hell, I have to. Well, they struck down the background check thing for ammo. While there, every time we went to buy ammunition here in California, you had to pay an extra fee for a check, which was absolute bullshit. And they could deny you buying ammo. You also, I don't know if the law changed with the background check thing and all that, but like when that was stricken down. But if I were to go to Arizona and buy ammo in Arizona, I can't legally bring it into California, which is fucking stupid. So you think about like a perfect example, right? These guys that do like the 3-gun tournaments, you know, it's pistol, rifle, and shotgun. They can't bring their ammo. They got to buy it in California for the tournament. They can't bring their own freaking ammo. 99% of these guys are not shooting store-bought ammo in those tournaments. They're reloading their own shit, you know? So 3-gun tournaments are pretty much, it has to be transferred through a licensed fucking dealer. Who, the dealer charges you the transfer fee. The shipping, you got to pay for shipping. So, you know, the average transfer fee is like $25 for the ammo. Yeah, exactly. You have to go through a dealer to actually have shit brought in, which is bullshit. bullshit. So if you're reloading and you're coming out for a tournament, how do you get your shit in? You know, you got to freaking Sportsman's Warehouse in Nebraska and tell them to ship your stuff to California. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. And the extra fees are outrageous. I was looking at buying. I got the Browning BAR. Beautiful rifle. Beautiful rifle. It's a deer rifle. It's a semi-auto. But for me to get that rifle, first, I can't find one in California. For me to get that rifle, if I were to buy it from, say special order from like Sportsman's Warehouse or Shields or one of those, the shipping fee is outrageous. And then the FFL transfer fee out here was going to be like $125 for that. Plus, once it gets here, you then go into your 10-day wait. Oh, yeah. Yeah. The Browning was huge in World War II. Are you going back to work? All right. I'll see you when you get home if I'm awake. So what we do now is we just go to Arizona. We just go to Arizona and buy it. It's cheaper too. Because we have the excise tax and shit on ammo out here now too. So I can go buy, like we went and bought, what did we get last over there? We got 1,000 9mm, and I got 500 shotgun shells over in Arizona, and we saved like $200 by driving over there to get it. And then there's one rifle I have that I have 5 rounds left for it, and I can't find rounds anywhere. There's only 2 places I know that make it. There is Graf & Sons and Norma are the only 2 that are actually manufacturing that caliber. And it's a 7.7 by 58. I think it's fucking huge. It makes a 308 look like a freaking cap gun. But I can't find them in California. And to get them shipped here, the only place I can find them is online, and they're like $70 a box of 20. So that's one that, like, I'd really love to shoot a deer with that rifle. But yeah, they make a 308 look small. There's actually a video on my channel where I was shooting that rifle, and I put that round up to a 308, like next to it. Yeah, and that's the thing. You got to buy like 5,000 rounds to make it worth it. Got to make it, you got to make it worth it. So what I need to do is start reloading. I have a reloader sitting in the garage. I just need to start reloading. I got probably 2,000 5.56 casings that I could reload, and close to 1,000 9mm I could reload right now, and then another probably 500 shotgun that I could reload right now. But that means I would have to set up the reloader and go buy all the shit and just get on doing it, you know. And it's only a single stage, so um, I want that freaking I want that 5 stage. Oh yeah, dude. Me and Mrs. SoCal go out and we just go freaking. Well, it's too dark to see it right now, but we just go right on the backside of the hill over here, and it's nothing for us to go through freaking 500 rounds between the two of us in like a couple hours. And then another buddy of mine that I go shoot with, same guy I go riding with. Um, Last time we went out, we only went out for like an hour because it was so freaking hot, and we went through 100 308, 209 millimeter, and 150 shotgun in like that was seriously like 2 hours, not even 2 hours. I'm over here trying to like fucking scrape this, like roll this fucking glue off this lid, and it's just not coming off. I'm really gonna have to go get some stripper for this thing. So anyway, guys, my phone's down to like 8%. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna call it here. It's already what 7:15. I've been live for 193 minutes, whatever that is in hours. Uh, um, I gotta go in and clean the house and shit because I thought she was gonna be home at 3. She's gonna be home at fucking midnight. So I gotta go get some shit done before she gets home because as comfortable as my couch is, man, I don't want to sleep on it. So anyway, guys, thanks for being here, everybody. Definitely appreciate it. And I'll I'll end up being back on the live tomorrow afternoon after I go get the glue and all that shit because or the glue remover because I'm hoping to actually get the boat put all back together tomorrow. So you guys have been here from the beginning, so I figure I might as well have the live going for the ending as well. So anyway, guys, thanks for being here. Definitely appreciate it. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.